So there were three factors moving IonQ's stock in the last month. The most prominent factor, in my opinion, is on November 6th when IonQ announced its third quarter earnings results that beat expectations on revenue. It generated almost 40 million in revenue, which surpassed expectations of 27 million in revenue for the period. IonQ's management team has informed investors that its revenue will be volatile from quarter to quarter. It's not going to be one of those growth stocks that just generates this kind of exponential revenue growth because its revenue is choppy. It signs a deal, a research institution will sign a deal with IonQ, and its revenue might surge for a quarter and then drop back down in another quarter. IonQ and other quantum computing companies alike are not generating revenue from enterprises. For now, they're generating revenue from research institutions and government institutions that are in the very early stages of trying to implement this technology, find a strategic use case for this technology. It's not at the point yet where businesses are using this technology to support their services in everyday operations. Of course, another factor that's moving IonQ's stock price is Amazon exited completely from its stake in IonQ, which raised questions from other investors. What did Amazon see that caused them to sell their position in IonQ stock? And finally, the third piece of information that's moving IonQ stock in the previous month is speculation over potential government contracts failed to sustain stock price momentum amid broader market skepticism. Quantum computing stocks are up meaningfully since they experienced that big surge in investor momentum more than a year ago. As I mentioned, even though IonQ stock is down over 30% in the previous month, it's still up roughly 30% over the previous year. To answer the question, what do I think about IonQ stock right now? Do I think it's a buy, hold, or sell? For me personally, it's still too early stage for me to consider investing in this company. It's too speculative for me at this point. So I will be rating this stock as a hold, but I can understand if you're the type of investor that's looking for very, very high risk, very, very high reward potential type of investments to consider IonQ.
Click the link below to watch the full video.